What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way.
In this episode, it's smooth sailing in the middle of the Java Sea as we head towards Karamanjawa, until I unexpectedly fall ill.
Sarah's appendix decided to nearly burst halfway across the Java Sea, and we had to alter our plans or divert into this little town called Japara, to this little marina. This guy named Christopher, he runs the Japara Marina, which is not really a marina. It's like a little resort with a jetty and a few facilities, but he organised everything for us. And I raced Sarah 3 hours to Semarang in a car that he organised for us.
When we reached the hospital, I could barely walk. I was wheeled to emergency, where an ultrasound was performed, and I was diagnosed with acute appendicitis.
What's going on here, love?
Bit of appendicitis.
Just a bit of appendicitis. It's handy, huh?
Of all the gym joints.
Yep. Unbelievable.
We've both got a story to tell. You got yours out in Afghan, I got mine out in Indo.
That's right. Kind of lucky though, if we're being honest, that we just happened to be sailing past Java. We got some of the better hospitals, so. Oh well. Surgery shortly, appendix out. I've heard it makes you look slimmer.
Hopefully.
She was literally opened up that night. It was that serious. Just hectic. Really, really quite scary for her, being operated on in a foreign country. I actually got to see her appendix after the surgery, and it was a mess. So she was very, very close to getting incredibly sick. So yeah, look, that was pretty hectic. She's back on the boat. But did you die though?
Very nearly, actually.
You did very nearly die.
Very close.
What sort of idiot has her appendix burst halfway across the sea? Show us your war wound.
My
Oh,
belly's all inflated.
oh dear.
I won't show you the other one.
Oh man. Ridiculous. Now this guy Chris who's helped us is about to bring out some fuel for us. He's gone and got Dex for us, which is like the best quality fuel you can get from Pertamina here. He's got a polishing system. He's going to bring it out, polish it into our tanks for us for $1.50 a litre, which is just remarkable, and quite handy for us because unfortunately, and it couldn't be helped obviously this happening, but it cost us a fortune, an absolute fortune, and we're on quite a tight budget when it comes to this cruising, and we sort of hadn't quite accounted for something like that. That being said, you know, if it meant Sarah being healthy or not, we'd have sold the boat to get her better. So it is what it is. We're going to be living very, very frugally for the next 2 months to try and save those pennies back. But anyway, Sarah's back on board. She's healthy. Not particularly happy, but healthy. In a bit of pain. How's this? As we're leaving the hospital, they sent us down to the pharmacy to get the medication. Now bear in mind, she just had surgery, so laparoscope, 3 incisions, like she was in absolute agony. And so most of yesterday and all of last night and this morning, she's been taking this medication. She's like, babe, this is just not working. I'm in agony, the pain meds are not working. So we did a Google Translate on the medication they gave her, and they gave her protein pump inhibitors, which is heartburn medicine. So she's the poor thing, she's come straight out of surgery with no pain relief whatsoever, and she's been taking heartburn medicine. She couldn't figure out why she's in so much pain. I shouldn't be laughing. She's gonna stab me in a second, but you are pretty tough. She's pretty tough. I'd be crying. I'd be wailing, I'd be carrying on, I'd be unbearably annoying right now. So anyway, she's pretty hardcore. So yeah, we ended up racing up over to the pharmacy this morning and getting some ibuprofen, which is the strongest shit we can get. You know, normally most people get endone and some good stuff, and poor old Sarah's just dealing with some ibuprofen. So, oh man. How good are these guys? Hello, John. Hey. So these guys are from Jepara Resort, and they've just brought out 350 litres of Pertamina Dex, which is basically the highest quality fuel you can get in Indonesia. Apart from Entry Party, you can get some Shell. But what these guys have done is they've actually brought out a fuel polishing system. You can see John's holding onto it right there, which is not too dissimilar to the system that I've got in the front of the boat. But these guys have gone and bought brand new filters, brought the pump out, they delivered the fuel, and they're basically decanting it for me, polishing it into the tanks, and they've done the whole lot for $1.50 a litre, which is just remarkable. So for anyone considering sailing up the Java coast, this anchorage, as you can see, is just so calm. Very, very flat. We are a bit of a tourist attraction though. We've had about 50 of those boats this morning. They're having celebrations post-Ramadan, so all the boats are coming in nice and close and giving us a wave like a tourist attraction. But anyway, so look, Jepara Marina, the young fellow there, Christopher, his dad owns the joint, but he runs the place. He's just been a world of help for us. Amazing. And I mean, these guys doing this, they're actually going to dispose of all of our old engine oil. They're going to take our rubbish for us at no extra cost, which is just remarkable. The anchorage itself is quite shallow. We're quite a long way from shore. We've only got a metre of water under the keel here, so I think for monos you'd struggle a little bit. That being said, it's so protected you could happily sit out quite wide. Yeah, so this is a massive anomaly for us. If you've been following along, for us to have to get fuel, 9 times out of 10 we're ending up going into town with jerry cans and hiring motorbikes and trucks, and it's just a fucking nightmare. These guys have been fantastic, so yeah, it's brilliant. So thank you, John.
Okay.
Good job. How cool is this thing? So it's a Sea-Doo boat. I used to have a jet ski engine in it, and they decided once the engine died it was too hard to replace. They apparently had to send it back to the States. So they just went out, bugger it. They just built themselves a pod and whacked a 50 horsepower Yami on the back. It's brilliant. I don't want to jinx it, but I know I probably will by saying this, but since we left Surabaya on the north coast of Java, we have just had some of the most spectacular sailing conditions. The night before Sarah's appendix went bad, we flew the Spinnaker for 22 hours straight. It was just remarkable, and I think we averaged about 5.5 knots for 20 odd hours. That's almost unheard of. And today, since we left Jepara, we threw the main and the head sail up. We've been sitting on 4.3, 4.4, you know, so the 4.5 knots to 5 knot range for 5 hours. There's no sea state. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. And we're just sitting here, 4.4 knots, 7.5 knots apparent at 50 degrees. I've just got the autopilot set on wind vane mode, which means it's just holding, as you can see here, it's just holding 50 degrees from starboard. So it'll hold that. It's not particularly good if you want to maintain a track, but we don't really give a shit where we go right now. If we're sailing like this, we're happy to do this, you know, sit like this for the next 3 days. You know, it's better than being at anchor. It's nice and calm, you got that gentle breeze, it's cool. Look at that. Sails are trimmed perfectly, and there's nothing in front of us. Absolutely nothing. No land in sight anywhere, no boats, no fads, nothing. This, apart from that big old storm out there, I don't think it's going to worry us. This is what dreams are made of, this sort of sailing. Absolutely incredible. Oh, I can hear that storm. Big batter ball. Anyway, so yeah, I actually don't know where we're going. Well, I do know where we're going. We're going in a general westerly direction, but autopilot set on wind vane mode, and I'm literally just going to let the boat sail. And wherever we end up, I'm pretty sure we'll find an anchorage somewhere. So if we sail for the next 3 days, we'll sail for the next 3 days. If we sail for the next 6 hours, so be it. We're just going to see where we end up with this and make the most of it. Sarah's down resting. In fact, you can see her feet. How weird's this? Boo! Poor thing, she's dealing with the residual gas that they pump into your belly when you're having a laparoscopy or something like that. They fill your body full of gas so they can get around your organs, and the poor thing, the gas hasn't come out. And we're not talking like methane gas, but nitrogen, and it's actually sitting up at her shoulder, so it's killing her. So she's been laying with her legs up like that for the last day and a half. I'm gonna say something dirty there, but I won't. I'll just leave it.
Sadly, after this incident, our travel insurance claim was denied and we were left in the lurch, $7,000 deep. Unbeknownst to us, our beautiful friends, the Sailing Goldsmiths, started a GoFundMe to help us recoup a portion of my medical costs, and we are forever grateful to each and every person who donated. Thank you.